Hello there, beauty ravers, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Raven, and this is where I like to rave about beauty. If you would ever so kindly hit that like and subscribe button to become part of my little family here on YouTube, it means so much to me. Now, without further ado, let's jump on in to the video. Hi guys, today we're doing a super fun video because my Lethal palette came and I am super duper excited to play with her with you guys. If you guys remember, we did create this palette together one-on-one. I actually made a video creating the color story for this palette using Lethal Cosmetics Palette Designer, and if you haven't checked that video out, I will try to remember to link it in the description box below. But I thought it might be fun to play with this together since we created it together, and I did purchase it and it did come, and I figured why not? I had fun filming this look and I hope that you guys enjoy watching it. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, please do keep on watching because we're jumping into it right now. Honestly, this came the other day and I wanted to open it so badly, but I wanted to open it with you guys, so I had to wait because I couldn't film that day. A lot of stuff was going on, but I'm super excited to be filming it now because I have been wanting to open this since it came, and I'm just so excited. Honestly, it came a lot faster than I expected it to, considering I didn't pay for expedited shipping. I thought I was going to, but it was $15, and like the regular shipping I think was $8, and I was like, ugh, I'm a cheap lady sometimes, so I opted for that. But anyways, let's go ahead and open her now. Voila! Okay, I'm super excited to see this palette. Ooh, okay guys, this is my first time trying Lethal. If you guys have watched that video where we created the palette together, you already know that. But if you're new to my channel and this is your first video, well, hello, hi, my name is Raven. And also, I am new to Lethal. So we are going to see just how much I enjoy the Lethal formula. So here is my palette. And there's something else in here. Oh, okay, so they put the singles individually and you can put them in your palette, I guess, by yourself. So that's kind of fun. Gives it a little bit more of a build your own feature. And this is the palette I picked out. I hope you guys can see it, but it has a bee on it. I will zoom in so you guys can really see it. But it's super cute. This is the Colony palette, and I'm obsessed with bees if you didn't know, so I had to have this one. Obviously, I am a bee lady. I'm a busy bee. You know, it's just, I'm a bee, okay? my fiance refers to me as his bee because I'm, you know, but I'm also super duper cute like bees are, you know? But at any rate, this is what the inside of the palette looks like. She is tiny, and I did spend, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was like $40. I'll pop it on the screen if I can remember. And, yeah, it's small, but it's supposed to be worth it. I hear the Lethal formula is just amazing, top tier, top shelf liquor, if you will, and I had to try it myself, so I'm super excited to be doing so. Let me go ahead and pop in my singles, and then we will start on the eye look. So how were those swatches? I think they look so beautiful. I cannot wait to dip into this with you guys. Alright, but first we do have to prime our eyes. So I am going to use my Modelrock Eye Elixir to do so. And I'm just going to, you know, take a little dollop of it on both eyelids. I'm actually just going to work on one eye at a time today, so I'll do the other eye off camera when we finish up the one. So I'm just going to apply this eye primer to this eye and leave the other one blank for now. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fairly well. I have a ton of videos to film today. I think I have 4 I need to do, and this is my first one, so I'm really excited to get them all done. I'm feeling in the filming spirit today. I mean, I usually do feel that way, but some days I feel like, ugh, I don't want to talk. I don't know why that is, because honestly, whenever I do get in front of the camera, I can't shut my lips up. So I don't really know, but I am feeling in a very talkative mood today, so I'm excited to be doing all this filming. A filmathon, if you will. My friend Lisa calls it that, and ever since she started calling it that, I call it that too, because it really is basically a marathon for filming. So a filmathon is appropriate. I love that, and I'm gonna keep saying that. I think I'm going to start with the purple shade, and this is the shade called Deceit, or is it Deceit? Honestly, doesn't matter. Is it tomato, tomato? I'm not really sure. But I actually expected that one to be darker than the blue, but as I was swatching them, at least on the swatches anyways, although swatches can sometimes be deceiving, we're all aware of that, but the blue actually seemed seemed deeper than the purple. So I think I'm going to start with the purple and use the blue to deepen it up today. And I'm just going to start that with my big fluffy Profusion blending brush. And there is an itty bitty tiny mirror in this palette. I don't want to blind you, but I am going to use that, or try to at least. I don't usually feel great about using small mirrors, but we're going to try to. So, and I'm just popping that in the crease, and I'm going to blend it inwards and outwards. I will say, as I did create this as a palette, I was more so thinking of it as singles. I mean, I think it's a beautiful color story, but if I were to create an actual palette, I would have some light and deeper tones for mattes, because you're going to get a smoky look no matter what you do with this, because I did pick two very deep smoky colors. But I mean, they were unique to my collection, and I didn't want to pick something that I already owned, if you know what I mean, because obviously I did create a palette, but at the same time, I'm like, probably going to use these as singles as well and put them in different palettes that I create. So I wanted some different shades that I definitely don't have, especially as in singles, but I don't think I have either of these shades in my palettes either. So I'm really excited to have them. But if you were thinking, Raven, why'd you pick such similar mattes? I don't think they're similar. I think they're different enough, but they're still very unique to my collection, and that's why I picked them. This shadow seems to be blending out beautifully, by the way. I really love that, because sometimes deep, rich tones like this can get a little bit patchy, and this is not at all that, so I'm really happy. So far, so good. Alright, so I think that's looking pretty good. We're going to now go in with that blue, which is the shade Insomnia right here, that deep, smoky, gorgeous blue, honestly. And we're going to pop that in the outer V to deepen up this look. And to do so, I'm just going to take that on a Sigma E42 Precision Firm Blender brush. I'll be honest, these mattes are beautiful, but I'm really excited for the shimmers. I mean, I'm just a shimmer kind of lady. I love everything glitzy, shiny, glamorous, and I mean, there's, you know, nothing better than a good shimmer. And so I'm really excited. That is why I made this pretty much a full shimmer palette. I only picked two mattes because I definitely do enjoy shimmers more than I do enjoy mattes. I mean, a good matte is always nice to have, and I mean, I use a matte in every look I do. Sometimes I use just a shimmer, but most of the time I use a matte in the crease, or at least a couple. So it's not that I'm anything against mattes, it's just shimmers are my babies. And honestly, I just seen they released the Teresa is Dead collection with Lethal, and I am just so excited for her. Honestly, she deserves this in every way, shape, and form, but I don't know if I'm going to pick it up just because there is way more mattes than there is shimmers in it. And I don't know, I kind of wish it was more shimmers. But it fits her aesthetic, honestly, so I'm just happy that it resembles her, because that's what a collab should. It should resemble the person they're collaborating with, and I think it really does. It definitely screams Teresa, and I'm just so happy for her. But I just don't know if I'm personally going to pick it up. But I might change my mind. I don't know. I don't want to put anything in concrete, because it is calling my name a little bit, not gonna lie. But I am bringing this blue just a little bit in, but I'm keeping it mostly focused in that outer V. And we're just blending in circular motions and window wiper-esque motions. Now I'm just going back in with that Profusion brush to blend the edges a little bit and make them coexist nicely. Honestly, they are very similar, so they coexist pretty well. But I think you can tell the difference. Maybe not in this eye look for certain, but I think they're both really beautiful, and I think, honestly, I do think you can tell the difference. I did think they were going to be slightly more different. I thought that purple was going to be way deeper, and I'm not mad at it though. I think they're very beautiful, both of them, but I will say I did think it was going to be a little more different. But again, for being both such rich, deep tones, I can't be mad at them because they are performing beautifully. Now I am going to cut my crease with my NYX Glitter Primer. As always, have I done a look on my channel where I haven't cut my crease? I don't think that I have. Honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I use this literally daily. It's a great glitter primer, and honestly, I love cutting my crease with it. So that's what I'm going to do. And to cut the crease, I'm just going to take it on a flat tip concealer brush from Doe Color. This is the number 5 brush. And I'm just going to cut my crease right above my natural crease, but go ahead and do whatever shape works best for your lid. But this is what I like for mine, so that's what I'm going to do. Am I going to do a full cut crease? Honestly, I probably should have thought about that before I started doing it. But I think I am, because I'm going to try and use all the shimmers today. Alright, now taking a Doe Color number 11 brush, I'm going to go in with the shade, let's see. Which one do I want to start with? I'm going to start with this lime chartreusey green. This is the shade Vertex. and I'm going to pop that in the inner corner of the lid. And I'm just popping that in the inner corner like I just said, and we're going to stop before we get to the middle, if that makes sense. And wowza, that is a beautiful green. Look at that. I am obsessed with that. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 yes. Taking that same brush, just wiping it off really quickly with my BH Quick Changer, we're going to jump into another shimmer. And the shimmer I want to go for the middle is going to be the shade Arcade. It is just a beautiful peachy pink duochrome, and I'm just so excited to see it on the lid. And again, we're just popping that in the middle. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. I am so excited for this shade. Trying to contain my excitement the best I can so that way I don't mess up the eye look, but ooh, it is so, so pretty. I'm obsessed with that. That is very glitzy, glamorous, if you will, and I am just, yes, yes, yes. Alright, again, going in with that same brush, we're going to take the blue now, and which one was that? That was the shade, oh, Ariel. This is the shade Ariel. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I really hope that I am. And we're just going to pop that in the outer portion of the lid. Finishing up our lid work with this shade, and holy guacamole, is it gorgeous as well. They are all so, so pretty. I can't pick a favorite. I really can't. Don't make me decide. Tell me that's not gorgeous. You can't tell me that's not gorgeous, actually, because I know that it is, and you'd be lying if you said it wasn't. I did get a little bit of fallout with the mattes and a little tiny bit of fallout with the shade Arcade, but honestly, nothing too intense considering I really didn't tap off my brush much. So I am going to try and clean that up really quickly, and then we'll jump into the lower lash line. And for the lower lash line, I am going to go back in with Insomnia, that blue deep matte, because I think it's just so beautiful, and I need it more places than one. And I'm just going to take it on this smudger brush from Luna Magic. This brush doesn't actually have a name, so I can't tell you what it is, but it looks like a smudger brush anyway, so that's what I'm calling it. And we're just going to smudge it underneath the lower lash line, like so. And I just love a deep, rich lower lash line, so this is just so up my alley. And that is just beautiful. Honestly, it really is. I'm so obsessed with this look so far, but I know what I'm doing for the inner corner highlight, and can you guess? Because it's the only shade we haven't played with yet. Yes, you're right. It's the shade Celestial, and it's this beautiful white, shimmery duochrome with green reflex. I am just, I love it so much. I cannot wait to put it on my eye. I cannot wait to see how it performs, but I imagine, considering all the rest have performed so beautifully, it's going to do the same. And I'm just going to take it on this double-ended brush from Dose of Colors. It has this side, and then it also has this side that I like to use for my brow bone highlight, but I love using this side for the inner corner, so that's what I'm going to do. And I am not going to spray it, actually. I almost always spray my shimmers before I put them in the inner corner, but I want to see how this performs on its own, so I'm not going to spray it. We're just going to go in with it dry. And holy guacamole, I didn't need to spray it because it is stunning on its own. Oh my goodness, that is just the most beautiful. Oh my, that is such a good inner corner highlight too. Oh, I did well with this one, guys. I really did. I really outdid myself here. Or should I say lethal outdid themselves here, because honestly I had nothing to do with this formula, but the formula is amazing and I'm so happy I have it. It's just really good. Like, I know that it's expensive, but I feel like if you have the money to splurge on it, I think I might recommend it. And this is my first and only time playing with this palette, of course, so I can't tell you for sure or not, but I really do love that. So I'm gonna go hop off camera and finish this eye, do my liner, lashes, mascara, anything else I need to do, and then we'll come back and we'll chat a little bit about my first impressions of this lethal palette that I created with you guys. Alright guys, so this is the finished look with the lethal palette that we created together, and I am super obsessed with it. Honestly, I think it is so, so pretty. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. I love chatting with you guys. But honestly, I just think this look came together so beautifully. These mattes performed so well. The shimmers are out of this world. They definitely pack a punch, and I'm just so happy to have this in my collection now. Honestly, it took me way too long to try Lethal Cosmetics because now I'm kind of hooked, and will be definitely purchasing more in the future because this is just so, so good. I was a little afraid afraid of the deep, rich mattes, like I mentioned, but like they perform so nicely. They blended so well, and yes, they're quite similar. I did expect that purple to be a little bit deeper. It is still a very rich, deep tone, but I just thought it was going to be a little bit more different than that blue, but I honestly love them both so much. I don't even mind, and I can put them in different palettes. I can, you know, rearrange these. I love that they're singles. I love everything about this. I think it's the cutest, most adorable compact little thing ever, and I'm just so happy I have it. Also, I forgot to mention, but the mirror actually says, "Home is not a place, it's a state of mind," and I think that is just the cutest freaking thing. I'm just so happy with this. I know this is my first and only time playing with this palette, so this is not a review. This is just a first impressions. I probably won't do a review with this just because it's not an actual palette. It's something that we made together, but I wanted to do this because I thought it was fun, especially since we created it together. Why not create a look using it together? I thought that was a great idea, and I would be surprised if I didn't love every look I do create with this. So even though this isn't a review, I do think I can say I recommend Lethal Cosmetics because, I mean, we used every shade in the palette today and every shade performed beautifully, but I'm glad that we got to do this together. I hope we had some fun creating this look, and I hope that you have a wonderful day and stay beautiful. Mwah.